In the vast and ever-expanding universe, where the light of distant stars flickered like forgotten memories, there existed a powerful and mysterious race known as the Iridans. Their homeworld, Iridan Prime, was a thriving planet located on the edge of a distant galaxy, a jewel of advanced technology, culture, and political influence. Yet, despite their power, the Iridans had long been a solitary race, their interactions with other civilizations few and far between. At the center of the Iridan Empire was King Rhyx, a ruler who wielded immense power and influence across the galaxy. Despite his vast empire, there was one thing Rhyx had never experienced: true friendship. His life was marked by isolation, betrayal, and the weight of maintaining an empire that spanned countless light years. Then came the fateful day when everything changed. Captain Lyra Vasquez was a seasoned human mercenary, known across the galaxy for her cunning and unmatched skill in combat. She had fought in countless wars, faced adversaries of every shape and size, and emerged victorious from the most dangerous situations. Yet, when she was hired to carry out a routine mission, escort a diplomat through neutral space, she found herself in the midst of an intergalactic disaster that would forever alter her life. While traveling through a remote sector, Lyra's ship was ambushed by Iridan forces, caught in a trap set by rival factions who sought to undermine the Iridan Empire. In the ensuing chaos, Lyra's ship was severely damaged, and she found herself stranded on the enemy's flagship, surrounded by hostile aliens. But fate had a different plan. During the attack, a young Iridan warrior, none other than King Rhyx, had been caught in the crossfire, injured, and on the brink of death. Without thinking, Lyra rushed to his side, battling her way through the enemy forces to save the king's life. She managed to stabilize him, tend to his wounds, and keep him alive long enough for help to arrive. When the battle ended and the dust settled, the Iridan forces were left in shock. King Rhyx, who was once considered a symbol of invincibility, had been saved by a mere human mercenary. The news spread like wildfire throughout the galaxy, causing ripples of disbelief and awe. King Rhyx was both grateful and indebted to Lyra. His life, which had once been cold and solitary, had been saved by the selfless actions of a stranger, a human, no less. As he recovered, Rhyx found himself thinking more and more about Lyra. She was strong, fierce, and, despite her warrior persona, there was a compassion in her actions that touched him deeply. Rhyx called upon Lyra to meet him in his royal palace, an extravagant structure of gold and crystal, perched on the highest peak of Iridan Prime. The meeting was unprecedented. No one, not even the highest-ranking diplomats, had ever been granted a personal audience with the king after a battle. Lyra stood before him, unsure of what to expect. She had been summoned to the heart of an empire she knew little about, and though she had saved the king's life, she remained cautious. Power could be as dangerous as it was beneficial, and she wasn't about to become entangled in the politics of the Iridans. "You saved my life, Lyra Vasquez," King Rhyx began, his voice deep and resonant. "And for that, I am eternally grateful. But there is something more. I am a king, bound by duty and tradition, and I owe you a debt, one that cannot be repaid by simple gratitude." Lyra's eyes narrowed, sensing the weight behind his words. "I didn't save you for a reward, Your Majesty. I did it because it was the right thing to do." Rhyx smiled, a rare gesture that surprised Lyra. "You are noble, but I am bound by my people's traditions. A debt must be paid, and I have decided to offer you a gift that will not only repay my debt, but will also astonish the galaxy." Lyra blinked, unsure of where this conversation was headed. "A gift?" she asked, a hint of skepticism in her voice. "Yes," Rhyx replied. "I offer you the greatest gift I can give. I offer you my mother." Lyra froze, her heart pounding in her chest. "Your mother?" "Yes. My mother, Queen Thalora, is the most powerful and revered figure in the Iridan Empire, second only to me. She is a woman of unparalleled beauty, wisdom, and grace. I offer her to you as a token of my gratitude." Lyra could not believe what she was hearing. The Queen, a figure of immense power, a living legend in the galaxy, was being offered to her as a gift? It was unheard of, insane even. The offer was as baffling as it was grand. She had no idea how to respond. I don't know what to say, Lyra stammered. You don't have to say anything, Rhyx assured her. I know it may seem strange, but my people believe in the power of bonds, true connections that transcend titles, power, and status. You saved my life, and in return, I offer you the most cherished figure in my life. I trust you will treat her with the respect she deserves. As the days passed, Lyra was introduced to Queen Thalora, the woman who would change the course of her destiny. Thalora was everything Rhyx had promised and more: elegant, regal, and powerful. Her presence was magnetic, and she carried herself with the kind of grace that made others feel small in comparison. But as Lyra spent more time with Thalora, she realized that the Queen was not just a symbol of power. Beneath the royal exterior was a woman who had lived a life of sacrifice, love, and loss. She shared stories of her own struggles, the burden of ruling a vast empire, and the sacrifices she had made for her people. Slowly, an unexpected bond began to form between them. Lyra, once a solitary mercenary, found herself drawn to the Queen's wisdom and strength. Thalora, for her part, found comfort in Lyra's straightforwardness and fierce loyalty. It was a partnership born not of power or duty, but of mutual respect and understanding. As the two women worked together, they began to influence the galaxy in ways no one had anticipated. Their unlikely friendship sparked a new era for the Iridan Empire, one marked by collaboration and peace rather than isolation and war. Together, they navigated the complex web of intergalactic politics, forging alliances and winning the hearts of the galaxy's inhabitants. The galaxy was stunned. News of the Iridan King's gift spread far and wide, sending shockwaves through the political landscape. Rulers, ambassadors, and citizens alike were astounded by the gesture. No one had ever witnessed such a profound act of gratitude from a ruler of such immense power. The galaxy's perception of the Iridans shifted. They were no longer seen as cold, unapproachable rulers, but as a people capable of great kindness, loyalty, and respect. Lyra and Thalora's bond became a symbol of unity, transcending the boundaries between species, cultures, and empires. In time, Rhyx came to understand something he had never before realized. The true strength of his people did not lie in their ability to conquer and control, but in their ability to connect, to form bonds with others. It was through Lyra and Thalora's relationship that he learned what it meant to be a ruler with compassion, not just power. And so, the galaxy entered a new era, one where unity and respect were valued above all else. The legacy of the Iridan King's gift to the human who saved his life lived on, forever altering the fate of countless civilizations.